Alan on KTTH in Seattle. You're up on the Savage Nation. What's on your mind? Go ahead, please.
Hi, Dr. Savage. I got your book today, Healing Children Naturally, and I haven't had a chance to read it yet, but I had another question. Do you think that high cholesterol is a danger and that people should be taking Lipitor and other statin-type drugs?
No, I'm totally opposed to it. And high cholesterol is one of the great myths of our time. It's not how high your cholesterol is unless it's in a level, let's say, of 300-400. It is whether that cholesterol is oxidizing. That's the issue. And if you can prevent the cholesterol or the saturated fats from oxidizing, you've got the key to survival with regard to that particular disease entity.
How do you do that? For example,
vitamin C, you must keep your tissues saturated with ascorbic acid. Vitamin E, plenty of vitamin B6, plenty of niacin, and make certain that you're not generating an awful lot of homocysteine. Again, that's another issue that needs to be looked into. But, you know, when I first got my PhD from the University of California at Berkeley, none of this was known by the professors there. I don't know if they even know it now. But in 1978, I joined a local medical group. It was all medical doctors who were into what was called orthomolecular medicine. And I frankly went to tremendous small meetings where I learned that you can prevent the fat buildup in arteries even if you have high cholesterol by taking vitamin C, vitamin E, and et cetera, things like that. And there's no question about it. None of these men, and most of them have come from cardiac families, have had a heart attack. Not one of the doctors that I know of has had a heart attack. I hope to God that it lasts for me. I mean, I'm from a very poor family when it comes to longevity. Father died young, grandfather died young, great-grandfather died young of heart attacks. That's what put me into this field, Alan. I was always searching for that fountain of youth, so to speak.
Well, to give you an example, I was taking too much niacin, or I was taking 500 milligrams of niacin for triglyceride level, and I was taking that with Lipitor, and I'm telling you, that messed me up. I couldn't function.
That's absolutely right, but you're taking two drugs that are working in some ways in a similar fashion. It will totally screw people up. Did you wind up with muscle fatigue and the inability? Did you have any muscle fatigue from that?
Couldn't drive down the freeway. Couldn't hold my head up.
I knew it. I knew that. I had another friend who wound up in a hospital from the very same problem. Let me explain. Lipitor has produced some really serious problems in people. I don't take it myself, even though I'm at cardiac risk, because Lipitor has too many problems, such as muscle fatigue. There are many people who can't even walk after they take Lipitor. Are you aware of that, Alan?
Yes, I am. And I quit just a couple of weeks ago, and I feel 100% better.
I would continue. Look, you got to talk to a doctor who knows a little bit about modern medicine, meaning drugs and nutrients. You can't have either one side or the other. You need doctors, medical doctors who know both. And there are some great cardiologists today who will tell you right off the bat that nutrients can do the job just as well. If you want to take saturation levels of niacin, that will do the trick just as well without the toxicity. But don't take time-release niacin, Alan. Anyway, we're not talking about cholesterol for children, are we?
No, it's for adults, for me.
Right. Yeah. And by the way, one last note. The worst thing you could do for a child is put him on a low-fat diet. People are obsessed with fat. Growing children need fat. I don't mean start eating lard, but I do mean don't turn the child into a mini 50-year-old man. And a diet that's good for an infant, of course, is not good for an adolescent. But a diet that's good for a man who's at 50 is not the same as a diet for an 8-year-old. People change according to their age level, Alan. Yeah. Anyway, it's all in that book, and I'm glad you bought it. I hope you get some good use out of it. Wanted to tell you something else. It just came and went. It slipped through my mind.